the second hour. That's right, the second hour, ladies and gentlemen. Check out the live stream, the drgliddenshow.tv, where you can join in a chat room where there currently are 64 people from all over the world. The Dominican Republic is in the house, Winnipeg, the Bay Area, Lubbock, Texas, San Diego. Istanbul is in the house. Switzerland is in the house. Albany, New York is in the house. Florida, New Jersey is in the house. San Mateo, California. Fayetteville, North Carolina. We're worldwide. Dominican Republic is in the house. Gotta love it. TheDrGliddenshow.tv. Check it out. Join the worldwide live chat. It's free. And if you like the stuff we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, if you feel compelled, if I have struck a chord in you and you want to learn more, well, guess what? It's your lucky day. Because we exist as a grassroots coalition of independent business owners all over the world, espousing this message of the optimization of human health through the realization of human health through science-based, clinically verified medical nutrition. Medical nutrition protocols for the masses, foundation, boilerplate, medical nutrition for everybody. This is it. So if you like what you hear and you want to learn more, and if you're listening on a terrestrial radio station, then listen closely during the commercial breaks, and there's an 800 number or a station call-in number. There's a call-in number that they will advertise. Call that number, and you will talk to a longevity representative in your area who can answer all of your questions and take you to the next step. If you were directed to this radio program or this internet broadcast by a friend of yours and you want to know more, or even by an enemy of yours or an acquaintance of yours, and you want to know more, then get in touch with them because that's how we do it. When people recommend their friends and family members and church members listen to this radio program. And so if you like what you hear and you want to get involved with more, then go back to the person who recommended this, who showed you this. And that's how we do it. And if you found me all by yourself and you want to learn more, 855-347-3696. That's 855-347-3696, extension 1. Let's go back to the phones now. Tiny in Indianapolis is up. Hey, Tiny, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Yes, good afternoon, Dr. Glidden. Dr. Glidden, I was advised to give you a
Tiny, you're going to have to speak up. Tiny, you're going to have to speak up. I can hardly hear you.
Yes, good afternoon, Dr. Wally. Dr. Glidden, I was advised to give you a call from someone here in Indianapolis. But I was calling you because I have a cyst on my back. It's the size of a quarter.
Yeah.
And then it became a cyst and came to a whitehead, and then it burst.
Yeah.
And it has a cheesy liquid substance that's oozing out of it. So now it's about 2 inches long. I went to the doctor, and they prescribed an antibiotic for about 10 days, and it still hasn't dried up. So I went back, and they prescribed another antibiotic and something called Axone, or ointment. And so I was giving you a call to see what I can do to try to treat the root cause, because they're stating that it's back acne and estrogen.
Yeah, they're nuts. So what you want to do is get your money back, right, because their therapeutics failed you. So I would go back and say, hey, look, I've been here twice. This is a relatively simple thing. You told me to do 2 things. They both failed. I want my money back. And I'm going to file a complaint with my state's Board of Medicine because you suck at what you do. I can't believe you're still allowed to practice medicine when you produce such unbelievably horrible results. Why don't you quit your job or join the military and do something good for the world? Do some military field medicine, for goodness sake, because that's the domain of your profession. You've really let me down. I'm upset, and I want my money back, quite frankly. I'm going to go back to the front desk at the nurse. I'd like you to accompany me, please, and I'd like you to issue a full and complete refund because your therapeutics have failed me miserably. Look, we do that if it was our automobile. I mean, we buy a brand new automobile. Even if we buy a used automobile and we're driving it down the road and the tire falls off, well, you're gonna seek retribution for that. You're gonna seek compensation for that. But when the MDs screw up, we all give them a pass. We do. We give them a pass. And I don't know why we do it. We've become culturally conditioned for, mediocrity, I think. I'm not really sure. But listen, from our point of view, one of the best things to do here to support you, so you need immune system support internally and externally. So externally, you want to get some colloidal silver, and you want to get that in a spray bottle. And every hour or so, you want to spray or have somebody spray the area of the cyst liberally with the colloidal silver. And then you want to soak a gauze bandage, a sterile gauze bandage in colloidal silver and tape it directly over the cyst. Tape it directly over the cyst. And I would do that 4 times a day. I would change that bandage 4 times a day. That's what I would do externally. Internally, I would do, how much do you weigh?
129.
All right. So internally, I would get 2 bottles of a product called Killer Biotic, 2 bottles of Killer Biotic, and I would take 6 Killer Biotic a day with meals. 6 Killer Biotic a day with meals until both bottles are empty. 6 Killer Biotic a day until both bottles are empty. Take those with meals. And a Killer Biotic is a combination of herbs which stimulates your immune system to work better, and that's what you need. Now, interestingly enough, you need to get on the other side of the negative effects that were generated in your body by the delivery of the 2 antibiotics. And in order to do that, we need to do some cleanup here. The easiest way to do the cleanup is with a tasty longevity product called Root Beer Belly. I would get 2 boxes of Root Beer Belly, and I would consume 2 packets of Root Beer Belly a day between meals. 2 packets of Root Beer Belly a day between meals. That's kind of, what's necessary here to get on the other side of this condition. To support and promote a healthy immune system and get on the other side of the net negative effects generated by the antibiotics. If you want to take it to the next level and kind of optimize your body's health moving forward in your life, then that's a completely different story, and that would entail eliminating. There are 10 foods that we believe are bad for the human body, and everybody needs to stop eating. You can get that list for free on my website, drglidden.com. Just sign up for my newsletter. It's right there on the front page. It's free. Eliminate the 10 bad foods, and at your body weight, here's what I would take every month as a nutritional supplement, strengthen the body program. 1 Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 liquid. It's a crazy long name, I know. They really should shorten that. It's called the Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 liquid. You need 1 of those. 2 bottles of Ultimate Selenium. That's S like Sam, E, L like Larry, E, N like Nancy, I, U, M like Mary. And 1 bottle of Sweet Ease. 1 bottle of Sweet Ease. 1 bottle of Sweet Ease, 2 Ultimate Selenium, and 1 Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 liquid. Eliminate the 10 bad foods. That's what I would do for the rest of my life moving forward in order to optimize your body's ability to have a healthy life. In the meantime, though, do the Killer Biotic, the colloidal silver, and the Root Beer Belly. And call us back with results. I'd look forward to that, and I really want to know here what happens to you, especially since the MDs let you down so hard.
Dr. Glidden, I do have a question. So the Root Beer Belly, because right now my stomach is upset, and I'm wondering, so that is probably from the antibiotics?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have a crystal ball, but if I had to guess, I would say yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a common side effect of antibiotics, plus especially antibiotics that don't work. I mean, that was the stupidest prescription ever, to give an internal antibiotic for this. I mean, stupid prescription, and they should have their medical license revoked for 6 months. Be pilloried in the town square, and we can throw tomatoes and lettuce at them. Maybe they'll snap out of it and stop thinking that they're so full of themselves, for goodness sake. These people do not deserve your respect. They've let you down twice. If I were you, I'd go and ask for a refund and I would bring 3 really big male members, people in your family, friends, police officers, something. Have them all dress in black suits, put dark glasses on them, have them put those little recording, those little microphone things in their ears so they look like, Secret Service, and just have them stand behind you with their arms crossed, not saying a word while you ask for a refund. I would videotape the whole thing, put it up on YouTube, and you will be an overnight sensation. I appreciate you very much. Now go get your health back. Lily in Chicago is up next. Hey, Lily, what's going on?
Hello?
Hello.
Go ahead. Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're coming in loud and clear.
Awesome. Dr. Glidden.
Well, now I just lost you. You were coming in loud and clear, but I think you must have changed the phone orientation.
Dr. Glidden, can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's a little bit better.
Okay, I will talk louder.
Okay, talk louder.
Unfortunately, Lily, I'm a friend of Lily. She had to get off the phone, but she wanted to let you know that she's a 5-foot female, 242 pounds, and after an MRI, the doctors want her to have both of her knees replaced because they say she has bone on bone, torn ligaments, and of course she's in a lot of pain. But she's a diabetic. She has high blood pressure, cholesterol, and she's had these things for over a decade.
Well, I mean, isn't that telling? I mean, isn't that just telling of how completely ineffective conventional medicine is? I mean, she's been under their care her entire life, and, her knees are completely gone. She's got blood sugar issues. I mean, she's fallen apart. And it's the doctor's fault. That's why she's fallen apart. Because she's gone to the wrong doctor. And, what do they have? Are they apologetic? No, it's not the doctor's fault, right? She's got the bad blood sugar gene. She's got the bad knee gene. Can't be the doctor's fault. Stick around. We're coming up against the hard break. I'll bring you back as soon as we come back from these commercials.
Thank you.
It's crazy, isn't it, that, we just kind of trust. I think our human beings are trusting by nature. And I think somebody in power somewhere knows that and has taken advantage. I think our trust has been taken advantage of. I think that's part of it. But, that's as much of a conspiracy theorist as I'm going to get. It just boggles my mind that a profession can screw up as much as the MDs do, and nothing happens. I don't understand how that is. I really don't get that. I simply just don't get that. We're talking to Lily here. Let's bring her back and see if we can't answer some questions. So, Lily, there's so much going on here, right? I think a good place to start would be with the Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 liquid. One of those, 2 sweeties, and 2 selenium, and 2 liquid glucogel plus per 100 pounds of body weight per month. That's 2 liquid glucogel plus, 2 selenium, 2 sweeties, and 1 Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 liquid per 100 pounds of body weight. I think that's a very good place to start. You got to start somewhere. She needs to stop eating the 10 bad foods. You can also go to the grocery store and get some Knox gelatin. Have her take 2, 3, 4 packets of gelatin in hot water into her body a day. That can help. And we need to be aggressive here. But this is a sticky wicket because this woman is really in the weeds, and I can tell that she's in the MD's camp. So this is going to be an expensive protocol. She's going to have to change her diet. I mean, if she's up for all that, then God bless you. And, you'll be the best thing that ever happened to her. But if not, this might ultimately be a fool's errand. And, it would be better if you could have her call me. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to get to your call sooner. But that's the recommendation.
Dr. Glidden?
Yeah.
She is listening to you. She is listening to you.
All right, even better. All right, so then great. Then that's what needs to happen here. And I have to tell you, right, it's like the fella said, when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So the surgeon, the knee surgeon, who has no experience with medical nutrition, zero experience. They didn't get taught it in school. They have no clinical experience with it. They didn't do any clinical, education after they graduated. The knee replacement surgeon, the orthopedic surgeon, doesn't know anything about what I'm talking about, knows nothing about it. So from their limited point of view, your only option is surgery, but they don't understand that their point of view is a limited point of view. Now, sometimes we're able to intervene and help the knee optimize its structure and function, even when everybody else thinks it's too far gone. And sometimes it's too far gone. However, even if it is too far gone and you have to have the knee replacement surgery, whatever, it is 1,000 times better to go under the knife and have that surgical procedure or any other surgical procedure when your body has been nutrified and strengthened. So this program is like never fail fudge, because it's either going to cut the mustard and help the knees to come back or not, but if not, it's going to strengthen your body so that you're able to withstand the stress of surgery. And we see this happen all the time, because even when surgery is in fact indicated, when people who are on longevity products get surgery, their recovery time is remarkable, and the surgeon can't believe it. So either way, this is a good program for you to get on board with. And remember, right, because this is a holistic intervention, we look to see positive results anywhere, right? Mood, energy, sleep, appetite, weight, aches and pains, whatever. So if you decide to move forward with the program, be mindful of how it affects everything, not just how it affects your blood sugar and the knee pain, because everything's connected here from the holistic vantage point. And once we secure a positive, measurable, noticeable change somewhere in the body-mind, then that's a good herald for things to come. And, we just take it a couple of weeks at a time. Appreciate your trust. Appreciate your patience. Call me back in the future with a report. I look forward to it. The drgliddenshow.tv, ladies and gentlemen, is where you want to be right now. What on earth are you waiting for? Yeah, that's right. Carlos Santana coming at you. Anybody know Carlos Santana? Carlos Santana needs to be on this program. Bruce Springsteen, Phil Collins, every rock star that we grew up loving needs to know what we know, because they're all dropping like flies and they all look horrible, with the possible exception of Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney's still looking good. Guaranteed he's doing some type of vitamin program. Guaranteed he's doing something. I know he's a vegetarian, I think. But in any event, they all need to know what we know, and we can pay it back a little. I mean, they don't really need it because, well, when I say payback, I mean, a different kind of payback than financial, right? We need to give them back a little bit of the good feelings that they gave us all these years. And we can do that if we can get them to consider the possibility of optimizing their health with science-based, clinically verified medical nutrition. Hey, Terry from Virginia is back. Hey, Terry, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Give them back a little bit of the good feelings that they gave us.
Come on in, Terry. Come on in, Terry. I know you're there. I can hear me in the background.
Yeah, Dr. Glidden.
Terry, what's happening?
Hi, can you hear me now? I didn't even know you was on the phone. I just picked it up and I heard your voice.
Well, and then you're my new psychic friend. Yep, you are live on the radio, Terry. What's happening in Virginia?
Same old thing. I got my Jeep out of the shop today, so I've been joyriding a little bit. It's been broke down for 2 years.
Oh, you just got it back? Nice.
Yeah, I just kind of let it sit. I just forgot about it. I didn't really care.
Is it a Willys?
Huh?
What kind of Jeep?
It's a 95 Jeep Cherokee. I bought it new in 95.
Wow. Time flies.
Been driving it ever since.
But what's happening, Terry?
I got the ACG test results back on the 22nd.
Yeah.
The 50 and above, on up to 80 is positive. 50 and below is negative. That was 52.
Well, you got to love it, so you're negative. Oh, well, you're right on the borderline. 50
Yeah,
and
I'm right
below
on the
is
borderline.
50 and below is negative, yeah?
Yeah, and so, well, it said positive, so I'm going to go to the iridologist that I used to see pretty soon and also see what she's got to say about it.
Well, how are you feeling? And, you know, symptomatically, how are you feeling?
I feel like I've always felt. I don't feel sick, you know.
So things are, you know, pretty good as far as you're concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. And you're tolerating the supplements okay?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm on the Z-Radical. I just started on that. The other stuff you recommended. You said 1,200 calories and below a day. I don't know if I'm doing that or not. I got to learn to count calories. And I don't know whether I should be holding off on meats and just eating fruits and vegetables and doing juices and smoothies for about 3 or 4 weeks.
That would be a most excellent idea.
What about these nut bars that I love and these raw food bars that I love so much and these green drinks that I'm drinking?
Well, keep going for it. I mean, you love them. I got no problem with those things. They're good, and there's no reason for you to stop doing those by any way, shape, or form. So I'm good with that. I think you're going to feel better if you do that as well.
Okay, well, then I'll stick with that program then, and I'll go see this lady here in the next week or so, as soon as I can get up with her for an appointment and see what she's got to say and take it from there. And I wanted to ask you about my high blood pressure protocol that I went on in September.
Yeah.
I was supposed to have, which I didn't do, you know, because I was trying to cut corners. You put me on 3 scoops of the tangy tangerine for my weight. I was 160. I'm still like 155. And I've been doing like 2 scoops. And then about 2 months ago, I thought, well, I'm going to be real smart. I'm going to go on this on-the-go healthy start pack and save some more money and go off the tangy tangerine. And then I started having blood pressure problems off and on. So I talked to Mike Phillips about it. And he said that I should do the tangy tangerine and the ultimate dailies, but to talk to you first to see what you say.
Well, you know, from our point of view, blood pressure, right, most of the time is not enough calcium and not enough magnesium. So how much do you weigh?
155.
All right. So as an experiment for 7 days, I would do 4 ounces of the liquid calcium a day. I would do 1 ounce of the liquid calcium and 1 ounce of orange juice 4 times a day. And inside of 7 days, I would look to see if that brings my blood pressure down. If that does bring your blood pressure down, then you need to hang out with that dose of calcium for a month or 2. Now, if after doing that there's absolutely, positively no change whatsoever, then, you know, it's not a calcium issue. It's probably a circulation issue in the kidney. And then you would lean on the Ultimate Daily Capsules, You're going to kind of, you know, take this one step at a time to try to figure it out. But that's the program that I would do. I would, you know, go crazy for calcium for 7 days and see if that produces a noticeable positive change in the blood pressure. I bet you that it's going to.
Okay.
All right, Sarah.
Now, you want me to like go up on the tangy tangerine to 3 scoops? I got 2 canisters.
Well, that would be best. I mean, that's appropriate for your body weight. 1 scoop 3 times a day. But I don't think that's going to have much effect on the blood pressure. I think that the calcium will. But, you know, it's all works together, right? And the optimal dose for you at your body weight of the Beyond Tangy is 3 scoops a day. So either way, that's not a bad idea for you. But again, you know, we need to have normal blood pressure, so that needs to be handled. And I would do the calcium experiment for 7 days first.
Okay. Well, what about ultimate EFA? Should I be doing 2 or 4 a day?
Well, in a perfect world, it'd be 6 because, it's one, but, you're 150 pounds, so you're in the gray area there. 4 would be better for you. I would rather see you do 4 than 2 a day. 2 with breakfast, 2 with lunch, 2 with lunch, 2 with dinner. It's best to take those with a meal. Now, that's how I would handle that.
All right.
All right, Carrie, go out and have some more fun four-wheeling. Call me back every couple of weeks with a report. I will look forward to it. Linda from Florida is up next. Let's go to Florida, where it must be hotter than Hades, for goodness sake. Hey, Linda, thanks for the call. You are live.
Yes. I wanted to know what would be best for me for hair loss and balding. It seems to be a problem now. What can I do for that?
Well, there's a number of things that are in play there. Do you have a thyroid issue? Has anyone ever told you that you have a thyroid issue?
No, no one has said anything about thyroid issue.
Okay, so and I'm not saying that you do have one, but when we think about hair loss, there's a couple of things that we think about. From our point of view, the holistic point of view, which is the correct point of view, the human body is like a castle. Mm-hmm. Those old-fashioned castles. In the very middle, there was the keep where everybody lived, and then outside of that, there was a little courtyard, and then there was a wall around that, and then there was another wall around that, and then there was a moat, and then there was another wall around that, and there were all these layers of defense. Well, the human body is the same way, and when the human body is lacking essential nutrients, when your body has run out of the stuff it needs, to maintain its structure and function, it is in the habit of stealing nutrients from non-essential tissue, like the hair, to keep essential tissue, like the lungs and the heart, alive. So often, hair loss is a simple sign of chronic, long-standing nutrient deficiencies, and it's kind of like those chickens have all of a sudden come home to roost, and so your body starts losing hair simply because you don't have enough nutrients to keep the hair healthy. So now, the operative question here is whether or not you can grow it back.
Yes.
I've met people who have. I've met people who haven't.
Yes.
I've met people who have completely changed the color of their hair. I mean, they had bone white hair, gray hair. They go on the nutritional supplements for a couple of months, and now their hair is jet black again, or it's flaming red like it used to be. I've seen these things happen. I've also seen these things not happen. So hair is a funny thing. There's really too many factors that are in play here for me to be able to say, well, look, I can virtually guarantee that if somebody has a blood sugar issue, and they get on board with a healthy blood sugar pack, they're going to see a noticeable, immeasurable positive change. The same thing with arthritis. Well, those things are set in stone as far as producing consistent positive outcomes. But hair loss, don't really know. However, our point of view, Linda, is that everybody needs 90 essential nutrients. And the 90 essential nutrients are not in the food. They're just not there. So everybody's body is deficient to varying degrees. And so whether or not this therapeutic is sufficient to the cause to help your hair grow back, it's kind of like you got nothing to lose here because your body needs the stuff anyway.
Right.
Right? So I would experiment with it. I would do, how much do you weigh, Linda?
152.
All right, so that would be easy. So my recommendation for you for a 3-month experiment, 90 days. Per month, I would do one Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 liquid.
One Healthy Body Start
Pack.
Oh, pack.
2.0 liquid.
Liquid.
It's a stupid long name, right?
Yeah, one Healthy Body Pack 2.0 liquid.
Yeah, you need one of those a month, okay?
Well, where would I get this?
Well, I'll tell you where to get this in a second, but first I got to tell you what to get. You need one of those. You need 3 bottles of something called Ultimate Selenium. And I'll spell that for you. That's S like Sam, E, L like Larry, E, N like Nancy, I, U, M. You need 3 of those.
Selenium.
Yep, 3 of those. And 1 bottle of plant-derived minerals. 1 bottle of plant derived minerals. One of those.
Derived mineral.
Now, how did you hear about this broadcast?
I heard it on a radio station, WOKB, a couple of days ago. And he said that, I think you were on the program.
Was it with Pastor
G? I was very
G?
impressed with your approach.
Was it Pastor
so
G?
I tried to get you on the website, but I can't figure out, just...
Yeah. Okay, that's all right. Well, you found me now. So that was Pastor G's show down in Florida, right?
Yes.
All right, so you want to call that radio station up and say that you want to take the supplements that Pastor G recommends, and they'll put you in touch with him, and you order the stuff through his longevity group. He gets credit for it. You get the supplements at the wholesale price. He helps you figure out how to take it, and life is good, and this is how we lift each other up. So call that radio station. Get in touch. Yeah, just call them up. Tell them you want to talk to, the guy that orders the supplements for Pastor G's show. Life is good. I know what you're thinking to yourself. Dr. Glidden, what'd you do with the money? The money for singing lessons. I know. Let's finish out the show with my favorite city in the United States, San Diego. Man, oh man, I loves me some San Diego. Let's talk to Jerry. Hey, Jerry, thanks for the call. You lucky man living down in San Diego. What's going on?
Well, I've got a friend on the line also, Ginny, and she's got a vertigo problem. Was flat on her back here a little bit ago, so I'll have her come on with that. And secondarily, she's already had a knee replacement, and I'm not sure that really went well. And so somebody's saying you better get the other one done. But anyway, vertigo is the main question. So
okay, well, it's important. That's great, Jerry, and I appreciate your helping, those people in your life, right? And this is what I mean about longevity. We're other-centered individuals. We look forward to helping other people in our life, and we go outside of our comfort zone to do that. Now, this is an interesting thing to consider because as far as we're concerned, the major cause of vertigo is osteoporosis of the skull. It's funky and weak bones in the skull. And, everything in the body is connected. So if this person has funky and weak knees, and, they had a knee replacement surgery, well, it would just go to show that they also have funky bones in the skull, and now the other knee is starting to go. So I believe that these three conditions are three different arms of the same octopus. And, if the first knee replacement surgery is starting to not feel so great, then that's also a testament to the fact that her bones are losing nutrients. And, she didn't have a funky knee because she had a titanium deficiency, right? She had a fake knee deficiency. She had funky knees because her body ran out of the nutrients it needed to make the knees healthy, and the knee replacement surgery doesn't change that. It's like painting over the mold in the basement, and even if you use Glidden paint, right, that's not a good idea.
Way to go.
Right, because the mold's just going to come back, right? So she needs comprehensive, aggressive bone and joint support. And, I did a webinar about this, by the way, Jerry, and I think you're an insider. And if you go to your insider subscription and you look at the webinar that I did called Ringing in the Ears, or Tinnitus or Ringing in the Ears, I talk about vertigo in that same webinar. And so you could forward that to your friend and have her watch the video. It's an hour-long video that I did, and it walks people right through how we believe this happens. It was a pretty good webinar, I think. It was one of my favorites. It's available for anybody at my website, drglidden.com. Become an insider. Become an insider and get some knowledge because we all desperately need it. So the recommendation here is easy. Eliminate the 10 bad foods, number one. Number two, per month, in order to support and promote optimal bone and joint function in the human body. The recommendation is one Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 liquid, one of those, 2.0 liquid, 2 Ultimate Selenium, 1 plant-derived minerals, and 2 liquid glucogel plus per 100 pounds of body weight per month. It's very important that she completely eliminates all soda pop, too. Zero tolerance for soda pop, because the phosphoric acid in soda pop will eat away at the bones and make everything worse. Now, she may experience momentary relief of the whirling vertigo. The operative word here being may, if she gets the CM cream, puts it on a Q-tip, and applies it liberally in both ear canals. And, got to be careful when you're putting Q-tips in the ears so you don't pop your eardrum. I've never seen that happen, but you just have to be careful when you're sticking stuff in your ears. So I would get a Q-tip, and I would liberally put the CM cream on the end of it, and I would stick it inside both ear canals, and would then wait 20 minutes and look to see if the whirling vertigo is knocked down. If it is, and that's a good thing, and you can use the CM cream applied internally to the ear canals every 2 or 3 hours to manage the symptoms while you are waiting for the medical nutrition to help this from the inside out, which of course is a longer term problem. That's what I would do, Jerry. Keep up the good work, man. You are the best. This is how we roll, ladies and gentlemen. Dedicated human beings all around the world helping total strangers, family members, friends, and church members into the wonderful undiscovered country of medical nutrition. Until next time, live long and prosper.